USPAP Page 115 Advisory Opinion 20,135,136,137 138,139,140 Appraiser's Opinion of Value. The reviewer should not use information unavailable to the original appraiser as the basis to discredit the original appraisal. Results could also differ. Does not mean that either set of results is wrong, per se. In any event, 141,142 should use care to ensure correct identification of the cause of that difference in the appraisal review process. If there is a difference between the appraiser's opinion of value and the reviewer's opinion of value, the reviewer should also use care to not mislead an intended user when providing support for the reviewer's conclusions in the appraisal review report. This is critical from an enforcement perspective as well as in a business setting. Incorrectly characterizing the cause of a deficiency can erode the credibility of appraisal review conclusions and of the reviewer's value opinion. 143,144,145,146,147 Appraisal Review Report Content 148,149,150 The reviewer's opinions and conclusions stated in compliance with SR 4-2H can vary significantly, depending on the purpose and intended use of the appraisal review. A reviewer should carefully compose the particular language stating his or her opinions and conclusions to avoid misleading the user of the appraisal review report as to the scope of work completed in the assignment and the meaning of the reviewer's stated opinions and conclusions. Note that any additional information relied upon and the reasoning and basis for the reviewers must stated. Additionally, changes to the report content by the reviewer to support a different value conclusion must match, at a minimum, the reporting requirements for an appraisal report. 151,152,153,154 An appraisal review assignment without an opinion of value if the assignment is only to develop an opinion as to the quality of another appraiser's work. The appraisal review report content must include 155, 156, 1. The information set forth in Standards Rules 4-2, A, H, and I, and 2. The reviewer's certification in accordance with Standards Rule 4-3. 152,158,155 when the appraisal review is only for ascertaining quality. The reviewer should use extreme care to ensure the appraisal review report does not include language that implies the reviewer developed an opinion of value concerning the subject property of the original work. When the reviewer uses language to signify concurrence with the value or a different value opinion, the reviewer has additional appraisal development and reporting obligations. 1616 Illustrations of the language in an appraisal review report without an opinion of value. 16 The following are examples of language that might be used in an appraisal review report that does not express an opinion of value and thus does not constitute evidence of an appraisal by the reviewer. The value opinion stated in the appraisal report is, or is not, adequately supported. 161616 Black circle. The value conclusion is, or is not, appropriate and reasonable given the data and analyses presented. Black circle. The value opinion stated in the report under review was, or was not developed in compliance with applicable standards and requirements. The content, analyses, and conclusions stated in the report under review are, or are not, in compliance with applicable standards and requirements. I reject the value conclusion as lacking credibility due to the errors and/or inconsistencies found. The value conclusion is not appropriate due to, for example, a significant math error in the sales comparison 16161617. Caution that this solely represents a recalculation and not a different opinion of value by the reviewer. Approach if calculated properly. Conclusion would change to $XXX. However, the reader is, I accept, or approve, the appraisal report for use by XYZ Bank, or agency. 171717 Such language, or language that conveys similar meanings to the intended users of the appraisal review report, relates to the quality of the work under review, including the opinion of value stated in that work, but does not suggest either concurrence or a different opinion of value by the reviewer. It is also important that this language be consistent with the scope of work described in the appraisal review report. 11.1 An appraisal review assignment with an opinion of value when the appraisal reviewer develops an opinion as to the quality of another appraiser's work plus the reviewer's own opinion of value. The appraisal review report content must include 1. Advisory Opinions 2018-2019 edition The Appraisal Foundation 1.